like, we've been together 18 years.
Okay.
But we've only been married for 4. Fuck.
Hey, that's some black shit, Steve. Hey, I ain't gonna lie to you. That's some black shit, dog.
EmceeTV.
What's good, yo? It's your boy, that motherfucker Steve.
Big Ray West representing the west side of Des Moines, not to be confused with the coast. You dig?
And we're coming at you live from EmceeTV The Podcast. Got my man Josh in the back helping out a little bit tonight, making sure everything runs smooth, and coming at you live from Lightroom Studios here in Des Moines, Iowa.
Hey, I'm just happy to be here. Shout out to my homeboy, The Future. I love that line.
Hell yeah. Well, I'm happy to have you, bro. Respect.
Man.
Appreciate that.
Hey, I appreciate it too, dog, man.
We a man down tonight. RJ has some car problems. So
hey, shout out RJ, man. Shout out RJ.
That's the homie. So much respect on that. And without any further ado, we're gonna go ahead and get into it.
So what's on your mind tonight, play? What's on your mind tonight?
You know, I've been thinking about a lot of shit. Christmas right around the corner.
Christmas is around the corner.
So I'm excited to. I'm actually going to visit my little brother in Wyoming. I'm going to visit my parents, but
okay,
for sure my little brother too. I ain't seen him in about 18 months. So shout out to Cap. He was on Back to Bars Volume 1.
Absolutely, I'm familiar with that.
Yeah, and he came out and kicked it. You guys politicked a little bit when he was in town when he did that show, and I'm just excited to go back and see him. He's getting ready to ship off to South Korea for like bare minimum a year, but he may end up being over there longer than that for the military. So,
like everybody you know be doing big things.
Right.
Shit.
So I'm just trying to follow in their footsteps. You know what I mean?
Man, holidays for me, man. We gonna keep it low key. Just gonna be with the immediate family, the wife, the kids.
Nice.
We're gonna hop on the grill. We're gonna do T-bones this year.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying? So
shit, save me a plate.
You know what I'm talking about? Hey, usually we do a prime rib. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But this year we're just gonna do T-bones.
Nice.
So I'm excited about that. Got all the gifts done, all the wrapping and the trees up and shit ready to go. So we ready, man. So
speaking of gifts, we actually just did ours tonight. We had to jump the gun because we're gonna be out of town, and I was like, "There's no way I can bring all this shit." You know what I mean? Like, my son just got into basketball, and actually, my wife, they didn't have a coach for the basketball team, and so they were gonna have to cancel the whole thing. And so my wife stepped up and was like, "I'll be the coach."
They're playing basketball.
Yeah. So she was like, "All right, I'll be the coach."
Yeah.
And so she stepped up, and I guess they ended up bringing in another dude too. So she's the coach, and then there's another coach.
Okay.
But yeah, they've been putting in mad work, and so I got him a bunch of basketball stuff. He's been going to all the Iowa Wolves games, and he's all about that. He got to meet your boy. Who was the dude from the Hawkeyes?
Motherfucker, Luca.
Yep.
I mean, what's his name? That's his name?
Yeah, yep.
Luca Garza.
Garza, yep.
Yeah.
He got to meet him. Thought he was the coolest dude in the world.
Man, that's dope.
Yeah, he did like a little TikTok thing with him or something, or one of them TikTok challenge or something, and he was super approachable and just like a really cool dude, I guess. So
see, and that's dope, man. To have kids that want to play sports, you know what I'm saying? Man, that's dope, man. I put my daughter into basketball, man. That shit lasted like 2 weeks.
She wasn't having it, huh?
She wasn't fucking with it, dog. So I wish my kids would play sports. That shit would be dope to have a kid to cheer for, man.
I was never the biggest athlete. I tried a few of them and whatnot, and I played some soccer. I played some football.
Yeah.
I did a little basketball, but I was never, you know what I mean? I was never the dude that were like, oh yeah, he's got talent. You know what I mean? That was not me.
Shit, man, I just want to support, dog.
Hell yeah.
I couldn't even imagine if one of my kids took interest in football or basketball. Man, I'd be the obnoxious dad too.
Yeah, out there just extra loud cheering.
Hell
and shit.
yeah.
That's my boy. That's
you
my
see
boy.
that pass? You see that pass?
Yeah, but my son is all over it. He's been studying Steph Curry. He found out he
How old's
shoots,
your son?
He's 11.
11.
Yep. He found out Curry shoots 3,500 shots a day. And
Oh,
so every time we go to the Y now, he's like, I'll be in the gym.
Yeah,
and he's just dribbling the ball and hitting shots, and he's at the free throw line. He's working on the 3-pointers. He's doing it all.
Dog, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
Man.
So I'm like, it's cool watching him be so passionate and about something. And
that's ultimately what it's about. You know, you want your children to find something that they dig, and we can just support them. You know, especially if it's keeping them out of trouble and it's productive. And you know, basketball, you learn all types of fucking team skills and life skills from, you know, shit, man.
Yeah. Well,
it's
and then the ball control with your hands,
everything,
coordination, all that. Yeah, yep. Well, and it's kind of cool watching them have the love for something, kind of like we have love for music. You know what I mean? Like, my son is so passionate. He isn't into music near as much. They made him play an instrument at school or whatever, but he's super passionate about sports.
Yeah.
He got into the fantasy football this year, and he was
great.
Like, yeah. Oh, he's all over it. So he wants to go to a Chiefs game next year.
You lucky, boy. Hey, I'm lucky too. You know what I'm saying? My kids are into their own thing. You know what I'm saying? And that's cool too. But damn, can one of my sons get into fantasy football and watch the game with dad? That shit'll be. I couldn't even imagine that. Like,
well, and you know more
sweet.
about it than I do. You know what I mean? Like, I'm trying to keep up because I don't know as much about it as you do. You know what I mean? You can spout off stats, and the homie Josh got mad stats, and and actually, you guys are both Cowboys fans. You guys connect on that level. So yeah, there's and actually, you guys are both super passionate Cowboys fans.
Man, I like this Josh guy. Hey, man, Hey, shout out Josh. Y'all can't see Josh, but Josh is in this motherfucker, and he's holding it down right now. You know what I'm saying? Hey, and shout out Jerry Jones, man. Holler at me. I need a gift package, dog. It's the holidays. You dig?
You know what I'm saying?
And then shout out all the Cowboy creators, content creators. You know what I'm saying? My bad.
No, you good. You good. But yeah, man, it was cool, you know, watching him open up his gifts tonight and do it all, and you know, his sports stuff. And I got him a Dante Hall autographed jersey. And so, he didn't quite know.
So is that one just a display, or he can wear it if he wants?
Nah, I got him the big frame case for it too,
go.
so he can put it up on the wall.
That's dope.
He's got a room upstairs right now, and he's like, Dad, I'm living in a closet. I need that room in the basement. And so as he's opening up gifts, he's like, oh, that's gonna be real nice in my room in the basement. He kept cueing it in and like letting me know, like, hey, I'm moving to the basement, Dad. I'm like, all right. That's where my studio's at and all my stuff. And so he's like, that room in the corner that you framed off, that's gonna be my room. So we both gonna be in the basement. You need to carve out a little room for me, bro.
Well, that's gonna run you about $213.
You know what I'm saying?
What? Shit.
You gotta chip in around here a little bit more, son.
You said the Dante Hall. That's a good kick returner right there, man.
Yeah.
Legendary status.
Yep. I saw a couple of those plays where he returned the ball, and it was the Denver game, and they were trying to get him, and he was just zigzagging back and forth, just shaking them.
Man, I'm pretty sure he did some bullshit to Dallas Cowboys too, man. I feel like I definitely remember that.
Yeah.
Shout out Dante Hall.
Yeah, real respect. But yeah, man, just cooling, you know what I mean? Just relaxing. Been driving a lot of Uber.
So how is that? Motherfuckers actually make money doing that shit, dog.
Bro, I was putting in work last week. I put in an extra, I think I did an extra 25 hours, and I made about $25 an hour.
So like you just got a car you don't give a fuck about that you do it with, or you just do it with your baby?
No. So I got a couple different vehicles. Okay. I got my Honda. That's my get-around car that I'm eventually going to pass on to my daughter so she can practice in. Mm-hmm. And that's the one that it's a little rough on the outside, but it's a good car. You know what I mean? But that's the one I drive for Uber. It's good on gas. And if somebody, you know, I don't want them yakking in the motherfucker, but if they spill a drink or something, it ain't the end of the world. You know what I mean?
Real talk.
But then I got a nice SUV. That's like the family vehicle, and I'm like, yeah, we ain't doing all that. So
he said this for us, that for them.
Yeah, exactly. And then I got the '64 Impala, and that definitely ain't coming
clean.
out. Yeah. So, but yeah, man, it's cool. It's you turn it on when you want. I got out there this morning.
Yeah.
For this, like as the snow was starting to fly and whatnot, and I made $80 on my day off. I'm like, that's cool. You know what I mean? I put in like 2.5 hours, made $80.
How much does that go back to your gas though?
So it took me $30 to fill up the tank, and I've been riding on. I use maybe an eighth of a tank, So what's that? $12?
Shit, man, I'm signed up for that shit, but I've never completed a ride yet. I don't know.
It's cool, bro, and you're easy to talk to. You can get out there and make that money, bro.
I don't want them motherfuckers in my Cadillac, dog.
Valid
when I signed up, I was broke. I'm still broke. Let's make that clear. But I was in a broker predicament.
It's a different situation.
When I initially signed up for it, so I could turn the driver app on right now, and I imagine shit, get right to it. Still, maybe update a few things, but shit, I've never completed that a trip before. But I can.
It's cool, man. You know, for me, it's like bartending. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not making drinks, obviously, but I'm just talking to complete strangers. We just shooting the shit.
Yeah.
And a lot of them, you know what I mean? Like I just bought that new keyboard that I posted on Facebook the other day. Wow, I spent some Uber money on that. You know what I mean? And so I was like, they're like, what are you out here doing this? Is this your main job? And I'm like, no, I got a regular job. I do this to pay for the music stuff. You know what I mean? I make a little extra money. Maybe it's gas money, or to go to Wyoming, or it's gas, or it's extra money to pay for a feature I'm trying to get from somebody, or whatever. So, and then that gives me a little motivation. But then as I talk to people about it, people kind of get excited. They're like, oh, I'm participating in your dream. You know what I mean? I'm like, I'm helping you out a little bit.
Motherfucker, you ain't doing nothing but suggestive selling.
Hey, they like it. I like it.
Nah, I'm talking shit.
You know what I mean? It's a good feeling for them.
Absolutely,
you know what I mean?
dog. That's dope, man.
So, but
That's
it's cool.
And you do big things, dude. Like, hey, you do big things, man. For real, you definitely ain't stationary, dog.
I appreciate that.
You definitely on some nomad shit.
I try,
making
man.
shit happen, dog.
I try.
Real.
Trying to get you in the SUV with me, bro. We're gonna go do one of these.
Man.
I just texted you the other day, and I said, "Hey, what you think about this Red Rock show?"
Yeah, dog. Man, motherfucker getting married though.
Yo, hey, congrats on that though.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's mad respect. That's a beautiful thing right there.
It is a beautiful thing. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's beyond time. You know what I mean? It's beyond time. I'm out here telling these hoes the truth, so I'm getting married. So that's what it is.
Me and my wife were together for we've been together 18 years.
Okay.
But we've only been married for 4.
Hey, that's some black shit, Steve. Hey, I ain't gonna lie to you. That's some black shit, dog.
I be trying to be funny. I'm like, I had to make sure she was the right one. But nah, man, she soldiered up. She rode it out with me.
Hey,
and a lot of people were like, "Hey, you need to ditch him." And
she was
like, "Nah, that's my man."
Yeah, hey,
so,
that's some black shit, dog. Hey, I mean, you gotta ride it out for like 10 to 12 years just to figure out. Nah,
just to get a pulse on the situation. Really make sure you're matched for the right person.
Nah, man, I got a rider, man. I love her, and it's going down. You know what I'm saying? We got beautiful children and shit, and you know what I'm saying? The marriage don't even make it official. We already official. It just makes it official for everybody else.
Yo, see, I felt the same way. You know what I mean? Like I didn't need a piece of paper to solidify that, but it's a different feeling.
Yeah,
and I think especially for women.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like women like the ceremony, and they like to be able to show off the ring a little bit. And,
Absolutely.
And you know, even to get more personal, my wife wanted to have the same last name as our kids. You know what I mean? So that was a different feeling for her.
That's real, dog.
So So I can totally respect that and relate to it.
So with that being said, if you got a good woman, go ahead and wife her.
For sure.
And if she been down for 10 plus, wife her.
Yeah, that's a soldier right there. That's a soldier. She already put in work. She paid her dues. So yeah. But yeah, man. So let's get into this. Hey, you know what? I've been listening to Through the Eyes of He.
Oh, shit.
A little bit more.
Oh,
Matter of fact,
shit.
Josh and I were spinning it on the way here tonight.
Josh, shout out Josh. I like Josh.
Yeah.
I like Josh.
Hey, yo, Josh was liking the record. He goes, you know what? This is the kind of hip-hop I like.
Fuck, man.
So
this Josh guy's like a genius or some shit.
He's all right. He's all right.
Nah, real talk, though. I appreciate that, man. I worked hella hard on that album, man. It really took me about 5 years to put that motherfucker together, man. I tucked records for 5 years to come out with that 23 track list, that 23 song track list, dog. And it's here. It's out there, man. Through the Eyes of He.
That's a huge accomplishment.
Man. And it costs a lot of money to put that motherfucker out.
Right? Yeah. I was looking at my Spotify account the other day and doing the math on stuff, and I was like, oh, got some money in here. And I'm
dog.
there ain't been much coming back yet. But we do it for the love.
Yeah, hey, the overhead is nuts.
It is.
The overhead is nuts, man. It costs so much money to put out quality music. Put it that way.
Yep.
Like, if you want to put out something you don't really give a fuck about the quality, obviously it's way cheaper than that. You know what I'm saying? But if you want to put out some quality shit, man, that shit's expensive.
Yep. And teaming up with quality artists and having quality material and stuff. Yeah, I mean, it's, it ain't cheap. It ain't cheap. I saw the same thing from one of the local MMA dudes. He was talking about, he had started his own business. Mm-hmm. Josh Neer, I want to say.
I'm familiar with Josh
right.
Neer.
Yeah. And, he was talking about the different training that he had done with the Diaz brothers and this and that. And, I mean, the dude's super accomplished. But, I mean, he was basically just kind of venting and saying, you start your own business, it costs a lot of money. You know what I mean? And people from the outside looking in don't necessarily see that. You know what I mean? All the hours of sweat that you've been putting into it. And
I feel like I've seen a lot of business owners posting about that lately.
Yeah.
Feeling unappreciated.
Yep. Well, and I will say from my personal experience, my mom owns her own business, and I'll be the first motherfucker to jump on Amazon, and she's like, you shouldn't do that. You got to support local. You know what I mean? She was like, you should shop local. And I'm like, I dig that. But at the same time, I'm like, I'm trying to find the best deal. And she's like.
So what business does your mother own?
She's been in the garment industry. She's been selling clothes for 30 years.
Man, get the people a plug, man.
Yeah.
How they shop with moms.
She got she's not online, but if you're in Wyoming, check out the clothing company.
There you go.
Yeah. She carried Paul Wall's gear back in the day.
Okay.
We got to go kick it with Paul Wall out in Vegas.
Paul Wall, baby.
Yep. It was
Paul Wall. I still ain't forgot. You was giving my girl the ice grill in 2006 at that Tech 9 show. Watch yourself, Paul.
Oh,
no.
That was what was that tour called? Fire and Ice.
The Fire and Ice tour.
Fire and Ice tour.
Man.
Yep.
No.
That's dope.
Paul Wall's giving my girl the ice grill and shit. She's got an autograph and a picture and shit. She's all cheesing and shit. I'm like, man.
That's awesome. But my mom and my dad both got a picture with Paul Wall.
Yeah.
They carried his gear in the store. And actually, my mom plugged me in with a lot of people over the years out in Vegas that I got to meet just through her. I met Jay-Z off of that.
What?
Yeah.
This motherfucker would meet Jay-Z.
Yeah, I ran into him in the bathroom, and I tell you what, I was kind of drunk. That's back in my drinking days. I was in the bathroom in the convention center out in Vegas, and I was the only person in there. I kind of had a buzz. I'm holding a Corona, and I'm taking a leak, and this dude walks in, and you don't look at the dude next to you pissing, but you kind of glance over when you see something at the corner of your eye, and I looked over and. He looks like somebody. I kind of sat there for a second. My drunk mind's trying to digest it. I was like, oh, that kind of looks like Jay-Z. And I'm like, that's just your drunk mind. But I said it to him anyways. I looked at him and I said, you kind of look a lot like Jay-Z. And at this point, we're both pissing. And he kind of looked over and he was like, yeah, I get that a lot. And we're both still pissing. And then I turn and I go to wash my hands. And I'm standing there and I'm like, yeah, but that motherfucker really looks like Jay-Z. Yeah. And so I said it one more time because this is drunk Steve at this point, not really giving a fuck and not thinking that it's him, right? And I'm just like, yeah, bro, you really look like Jay-Z. As I'm like walking out, I get to the door. There's two big-ass security guards standing there like blocking the door so nobody could come in. I guess they just didn't see my dumb ass in there.
Right.
And straight up, I mean, that was at that point I was like, oh man, now I gotta try and fucking holler at him or something. But I mean, I didn't. I just kept walking.
Yeah, it's probably smart.
Yeah, but it was my little cool little interaction with Jay-Z.
That's dope, man. Hey, this is comedy. They say, do you know Troy Aikman, former Dallas Cowboy quarterback?
Yeah. Josh lit up.
Hey, they say Jay-Z and Troy Aikman look alike. They say Troy Aikman looks like a white Jay-Z. Picture that. That shit is hard to. That shit's real as fuck.
I might have to see them compared side by side to like.
Hold on, I'm gonna pull up a picture of Troy Aikman.
That's funny.
Hey, bro, I seen that shit. I was like, hey, these motherfuckers ain't lying, dog. They look like a white Jay-Z.
That's wild.
Tell me what you think.
Hey, drop us a comment. Let us know what you think. Does Troy Aikman look like Jay-Z? Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
So why Jay-Z, bro?
That's funny. All right. Well, there's that.
There's that.
So in hip-hop news, we were talking earlier, always something cool going on. This one's kind of, it's a win for hip-hop, and it's a we'll just leave it at that, I guess. But it sounds like Gunna got out, and so that's and we were kind of discussing. I don't really know a tremendous amount about this whole situation. I know that they got in some trouble. It was Young Thug and Gunna and maybe some other associates got charged with some RICO, maybe gang affiliation, whatever.
Yeah, the YSL.
Yeah.
Record company / gang is what they might be calling it.
Okay. And but it sounds like Gunna pleaded out, and he took a plea bargain, and maybe getting hit was I didn't even read the full article. I was just kind of skimming through it, but that was the breaking news of the day. That hit several different networks and whatnot.
A lot of people are calling that man a snitch, and that's crazy. You know what I'm sizzling like, don't nobody know shit about shit, like, hey.
Right.
And that's not a title that you want to throw around lightly. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A lot of people throwing that title around have zero affiliations with the streets or never been locked up or none of that. You know what I'm saying? So, me personally, I'm not a street guy like that, so I'm not going to be, he's a snitch, he's out, and I don't know shit about shit. We'll wait and see.
Right. When a lot of times those documents, once the case is done or whatever, I think those documents become public or somebody leaks them or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, you see the court files will pop up somewhere. So it'll be real easy for somebody to find out. And I think the defendant gets to, like, cause that becomes like a matter of evidence. So if somebody testifies against somebody, then that becomes evidence, and the defendant, the person trying to defend themselves, gets to see that evidence. And so you get to hear if your buddy is saying Freddie did it, then you get to hear your buddy say Freddie did it. And so he would obviously be like, hey, it's a fact this dude did that, or this dude did not do that. So I think it'll all come to light in the end, and it may be a little premature to be jumping to conclusions. But that's definitely been it hit all the news scenes. I seen it on XXL. I seen it on The Source. I saw it on even TMZ got their own little spinoff, TMZ Hiphop now, and
what?
Yeah, and they cover all that, and so they were talking about it too, and so it's kind of the breaking news of the day that the Gunna was released from prison. Yeah, and a lot of dudes are throwing a title at him that may or may not be true. We don't know.
Right.
So, I'm not well versed enough on the case at all to even speculate. I don't know shit about it.
Shit, I don't know shit about shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
On some cool news though.
What's that?
Jay was talking. I saw Jay-Z mentioned in an article.
Hove.
Yeah. He mentioned in an article that his top, what was it, like 3 or 5 artists that he's bumping for the year were himself, Kanye, Yachty, and Bey, which I'm assuming is Beyonce. And so that's who he's fucking with in 2022. A lot of people are dropping their 2022 list. These were the hits. These were the baddest albums. Whatever. So that was kind of.
It's not a bad list. Shit, if that's what you into, fuck.
Yeah, everybody got their different flavors.
What's on the top of your 2022 list, you think?
I heard some dope records, man. I'm a big fan of motherfuckers that just bar out.
Yep.
I would say that Autograph album from Joel Ortiz. Definitely makes it in there. Who else had a fucking fire? We are kind of wrapping up the year. So, this is appropriate to throw out. That's a go-to for me right off top. That was fucking fire. I should have put some more thought into this ahead of time. Who else am I?
See, when it's random, it's real.
It is. I've been listening to a lot of Chris Webby.
Okay, yep.
I got to see him in Iowa City and in Omaha. I shot both shows.
That's
and
dope.
So
I feel like I've been to a Webby show with Tech at
okay.
Valor.
Yep. They did do that tour together.
Yeah.
So I've been bumping a lot of him. Who else dropped some heat that I've been fucking with? Yeah, those are the two, I guess. You know who when I drive Uber, my go-tos, and they didn't necessarily drop anything new this year, but when I drive Uber, my go-tos are Atmosphere, the dudes from Rhyme Sayers up north, because it's hip-hop, but it's not going to be off-putting to somebody, you know what I mean? Like it's kind of tame, you know what I mean? So I can play that, and then Red Hot Chili Peppers, which is two totally different genres of music.
Ain't that Dream of California?
Yeah, that's my record too. Yeah. That's a fire fucking record. And so those, I mean, I've listened to a lot of that. And actually, when they do your Spotify rap, that was what I got to see. Those were the two highest played.
So I don't fuck with Spotify, man. I do the YouTube music.
Okay.
The YouTube music, man. And
so you pay for that?
Yeah, I do, $9.99.
Okay.
And I need that though.
Yeah.
But my shit rounded off with of course, King Crooked.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? He did some shit. He dropped 2 albums this year with your boy Joel Ortiz.
Yep. I got the autograph one on that one.
Yeah, I got both of them as well. Very well.
Hell yeah.
And then my most played album was, I believe it wasn't nothing new. It was from 2010. An artist named Andre Nicotina.
Ooh.
Called Con. Yeah. Con, the Me Generation. Like, that's probably my favorite album right there.
He's out the Bay, right?
He is.
Yep.
Filmo.
Yep. Okay.
Hey, that motherfucker be talking that shit. So
hell yeah.
Shout out to Andre Nicotina.
That's what's up. That's an underground banger right there, bro.
Hey,
that's
my
what's up.
guy.
Hell yeah. I like that. Hey, you dug in on that one. That's what's up.
And then it rounds off with a little bit of Gerald Levert. That's my guy, my R&B singer, you know.
Okay.
And then, a little bit of Chris Brown.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Snoop Dogg been busy this year. Resurrecting Death Row, you know. And that's it, I feel like.
You know, I feel like, and I've said this numerous times on the podcast, but Snoop, other rappers may have been in the game longer than Snoop, but longevity. Snoop has kept himself relevant in hip-hop longer than anybody.
It's the most famous rapper in the world.
Gotta be. I mean, there are other people that may have done more this or done more that.
Yeah.
But Snoop, by far, has graced more movies. He's done, more albums, features, tours, and everybody. I mean, from Snoopaloops. Yeah. We were talking about that earlier, right? Snoop got his own kind of cereal.
It's Snoop cereal now. They said he can't use Snoop Loops.
He's too close to the Fruit Loops name. Somebody got him. Big Kellogg came through flexing.
Big Kellogg.
They said, nah, man, that's our name.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was actually Kellogg. I'm just talking shit. Somebody's going to be like, bro,
he said it was Post, man. It was Post.
It's Quaker Oats, bro. Get it right. But either way, Snoop was... Somebody flexed on him a little bit, but yeah, mad respect to Snoop Dogg. We just did a little gift exchange at the house. I was talking about it earlier.
Yeah.
That Funko Pop, little pop vinyls.
Yep.
They came out with these album ones now, and they came out with a Doggy Style one, and Snoop teamed up with them and did it, and it's the Doggy Style album with a little Snoop in the background, but they're way bigger than the original ones. But it's like the whole album cover.
That motherfucker gotta be $75.
Oh yeah, and my wife got me one for Christmas. So
there she go.
Yeah, so she supports my habit, if you will.
Yeah, that's dope, man. That full Snoop Dogg, he just like that full mastered relevancy,
without a doubt. Yeah, well, and then he built that. I think we talked about it last time, but he built that shop right next to the SoFi Stadium. And they premiered it, I want to say, right after they brokered the Death Row deal. Then all of a sudden he broke the news that he had and I can't think of the name of it, but it's the Snoop shop or something like that.
Yeah.
But he's got his own shop right there. I want to say
This motherfucker got his own shop at SoFi.
Well, it's like right across the street, but it's in that shopping area right there. Yeah.
I know he got the Death Row wine too. Like what?
My wife just sent me that the other day. Yeah, they
just got Death Row wine.
Yep. Well, and he did that deal with 19 Crimes.
Yeah.
Where he teamed up with them and he had that bottle come out a while back. So
I remember that too.
His merchandising is second to none. I think the only person that comes close to him is Tech 9.
Yeah.
Just because Tech's got everything from toothbrushes to shoes to.
Maybe on a smaller scale, man. People are sleeping on E40, dog.
Well, you know who does E40's merchandising?
Who does that?
Tech.
Really?
Yeah. For all of 40's merchandising goes through Strange Music.
What, the Sick with his shit?
Yeah.
So I'm talking about 40 as a businessman. Like,
sure.
Like all the alcohols he's in, the Goon with the Spoon food brand and ice creams and all that shit he's doing. Like, man, that's just crazy. Like, all these rappers becoming entrepreneurs and wearing all these different business caps and stepping away from behind the mic. Like, man, that's just dope as fuck to me, dog.
Yeah, I think it's cool. I think it's really cool, actually. Speaking of Spotify, on my Spotify, I frequently hear Chance the Rapper just came out with he teamed up with Ben & Jerry's, and he just came out with a new kind of ice cream. And
see what I'm saying?
He's also got a vegan version. If you're vegan, it's non-dairy.
Fuck with him, man. Fuck with him.
Yeah.
That's some Midwest shit, too.
Real talk. There's a lot of dope MCs out there that are diversifying their portfolios.
Yes, sir. That's dope, man. Like, that's dope.
Yeah. You know who I think one of the first people to do that was? On a major level. Maybe not. I think I was gonna say Method Man. Method Man really branched out there. You know what I mean? Once he started doing movies and all that, like he really started coming out with different merch and shit. And now he's got his own strain of weed that they came up with in Boulder, Colorado, and he actually uses the Wu-Tang logo upside down, and it's an M because instead of a W, it's an M, and it's the Method Man Takao, and that's his brand.
Shout out Meth, man.
Yeah, so much respect. Actually met him in Denver.
Man, I know, man. Shit, you met everybody. Man.
Well, I ain't mean it like that.
I'm talking shit.
We was posted up on some groupie shit, like, oh, maybe we'll run into him, and he literally walked out back, and I was like, man, can I get an autograph? And he signed the shit. He was like, yeah, homie.
That's sweet, dog.
Yeah, super laid back dude. But yeah, you put me up on game on Snoop Dogg in terms of the cereal situation that him and Master P teamed up on, and
yeah, dog.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see where that goes. I haven't even seen it on the shelves yet. Have you seen an actual box?
Man, you know we in Iowa, man. That shit
take a little minute.
Yeah. We got to get our shit off eBay.
Right.
We got to get our shit off eBay from the West Coast.
Gonna take a minute.
Motherfucking Warren G just put out a whole line of barbecue sauces and seasonings.
Really?
I just copped all of those motherfuckers.
Okay. Yeah. Is that something you can just grab at Walmart or?
No, I think he's doing it. He has a website.
It's independent.
So yeah, I caught it off of a Facebook ad. You know what I'm saying? It popped up on my shit. And I think for $100 you get 3 different barbecue sauces and two big ass containers of seasoning.
That's what's up.
One for beef, one for poultry. I haven't tried it yet, but sniffing Griffins, I'm finna try it, man. So
okay.
If y'all into barbecuing, man, look up G-Dub shit, man. Sniffing Griffins.
Oh, that's cool because that was his name, Warren Griffin.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I mess with it. I like it. Have you seen that documentary that he did? What the heck was it called? G-Funk?
Man, I seen pieces of it. I haven't watched the whole thing.
I think I bought it. I feel like I bought it.
I felt ignorant for not watching the whole thing.
I didn't realize. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Go ahead.
I didn't realize how much of a role he played in that whole G-Funk thing with Snoop and Dre and everybody. I mean,
that's Dre's brother, man.
Yeah, but I mean, like the level of contribution that he made. You know what I mean? Like, I got 4 brothers, and they don't all contribute to the music thing that I do. You know what I mean? And so, but to see the behind the scenes and actually how much he was a part of that, was mind blowing for me, especially as a fan.
he said he always wanted to be down on death row, but Dre wouldn't let him. Dre said, go get your own shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Go be your own man.
Stand on your own, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, you know what I'm saying? I bet he respect Dre. I bet he respect Dre for, you know what I'm saying, making him do that. Because now look at him, you know what I'm saying? He's the motherfucking regulator, dog.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. One of the dopest cuts ever, right?
The fucking regulator, bud.
Well, and that album, right? What was that? It was a black and white cover, wasn't it? What was the name of it? It's like a bus stop on the front or something. G-Funk Volume 1?
G-Funk Volume 1.
Is that his first one?
It wasn't Return of the Regulator. Man.
Legend.
I know my favorite G-Dub album is Take a Look Over Your Shoulder.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But shit.
I remember, man, my cousin, I want to say, had it. My little cousin, D. Wood. Shout out to D. Wood. He had it on cassette.
Yeah. We had a few tapes.
Yeah. And there was, what was it? This DJ, he is down mixing records while he go round to the hip to the hop. You just don't stop. Oh, bro, there was so many cuts on there. Yeah. Yo.
And then when you put them with Nate, dog, it's just fucking stupid as fuck.
Oh, yeah. And for them to mix in that old funk and all that and just create that West Coast style. I mean, that's...
You know, they were them Parliament boys and shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's a whole different lane. Nobody had done anything like that prior to that. So.
Man, and that's how we grew up, man. I'm from, you know what I'm saying? We definitely from Iowa, you know what I'm saying? Midwest babies all day, but growing up in the 90s, man, that's the West Coast ran the world.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So that was our influence, you know what I'm saying? Khakis, Dickies, you know what I'm saying?
Without
Chuck Taylors, motherfucking shit, 501s, you know what I'm saying? Like fucking sweatshirts, like, and you know what I'm saying? That's where I get that shit from today.
Yeah.
Like, man, when I was young, that's what it was. That's what the cool motherfuckers was wearing.
Yeah. Well, and you still got that same flavor in your music. You know what I mean?
Man,
when you turn it on, I'm like, oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, like, if you turn on a Big Ray West record, it's like, oh, yeah, you embody that. You've got your own version of that, what inspired you out of that. You know what I mean?
Thank you, dude.
Yeah, so you can definitely see where you pulled the influence from. You know what I mean? Yeah, the stuff that you listen to, and it comes out in your music, and it's dope as hell. You know what I mean? For somebody to be inspired and motivated by that, and then to take their story and translate it back, you know, in that same fashion is impressive. It's amazing.
I appreciate it.
Hell
I remember being young as fuck. I think it was what Dr. Dre video was it? Was it Let Me Ride, where they was about to go to the picnic? Was it Let Me Ride or?
Yep.
I think it was Let Me Ride.
Yeah, and he comes up and pulls the girl's top off, the bikini top in the back.
That might have been it, but that ain't the part I specifically remember.
They're in the green Impala.
I'm talking about at the beginning they was setting up the barbecue or the picnic or some shit. And the part that I always remember when I was young, that motherfucker went into his closet and opened it up and had all khaki suits, all black khaki suits.
That might have been nothing but a G thing.
Okay, might have been G thing.
Yeah, it was one of those two, though. I know what you're talking about.
It might have been khaki suits or Ben Davis or something.
Yep.
And I remember being a shorty like, man, when I get up, nigga, I'm finna have a closet full of all motherfucking black khaki suits.
Oh,
that shit was dope to me. I don't know why.
Hell yeah, no, that's dope. I was a little alcoholic, so my shit was when he opened it up and the fridge was full of 40s. I was 40s. Like, oh, hell yeah. 40s for days.
On everything. And when you was young and dumb, you like, we're going to do that. We're going to do that.
Yeah. Hey, bro, we're going to do that one day.
On everything.
Yeah. Emulating the shit you seen.
Oh, God, man.
So, on a cool note, talking about people that we watched as young men and people that inspired us and stuff, it's cool to see. I know we both were just talking about, I'm fucking drawing a blank on the name of the album, Corrupt from the Dog
Corruption.
Yeah, Corrupt and C-Mob out of Indiana.
Yeah, C-Mob.
Just dropped a new record together. So
Gotti Mob.
I think it's official. Yeah, it's the next day now, so it came out today.
Yeah. Man, shout out C-Mob, man. He's out there bridging that West Coast and Midwest gap. You know what I'm saying, man?
Real talk.
That's just dope. I think homie's from what, Indiana?
Yep, I believe he is.
then a link with motherfucking a West Coast legend like Corrupt.
Yeah.
Nigga, what? Like Corrupt?
Yeah.
Nigga, see my big Corrupt.
Yeah. And so, I mean, for them to team up and do, I don't know how, 12, 15, however many tracks is on that record, for them to link up and really put it down like that, that's, and then you said they had a big old pre-release party.
Yeah, man, they had
out in L.A.
Yeah, they had a big ass party and shit, man. I think it was in Ventura or Santa Cruz or some shit.
Okay.
Fuck. Ren the Heat Monster was out there and shit. A whole bunch of OGs was out there. I was like,
nice.
Man, look at C-Mob on the West Coast bridging the gap.
That's what's up. Hey man, I support it. You know, I shared it today. I bought my copy of the album. You know, I'm a sucker for the autograph version, so I got me the autograph one.
Yeah, shout out M80. My autograph copy just came today.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up.
Do business with M80. You know what I'm saying? Give him your money and you get good business.
Real talk. And we were just discussing that too. Like, I follow his Instagram. You know what I mean? I've chatted with him a couple times on IG. Yeah. Super solid dude. Real easy. Real approachable. And I mean, he's a straight up dude. He's a businessman. He's out here navigating those waters that a lot of folks don't know nothing about. And you know, if you're lucky enough to peep game from an OG like him.
Yeah. They call him the best A&R in the game right now.
Real talk.
Hip-hop extraordinaire.
Yeah, from the woo. From the woo.
He's a woo, baby.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so you already got your copy, and I just purchased mine today, so I was a little late on that one, but I'm excited for it to come. And you know, I seen Chino XL holding a copy of it on IG, and
man, they doing it real big for this album, dude.
Yeah,
it's a real good look for C-Mob. It really is. Plus, that motherfucker can really rap too. On top of that,
he really does.
You know what I'm saying? So that's another good look.
And he's another approachable dude. Like he had posted some shit, and I was listening to him on Spotify, and I messaged him and I was like, yo, bro, I'm digging this track, man. I appreciate it, blah, 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 blah. And he hit me back and was like, hey, man, appreciate the support, you know, respect, whatever. And you know what I mean? Like, a lot of people wouldn't take the time to do that. So to me, you know, that's a cool motherfucker.
Yeah, man, and Corrupt, man. I love Corrupt.
Right?
Hey, Corrupt's in my top 5, dog.
Yeah. I had
Corrupt's in my top 5.
I had the Dog Pound. What was the? I can picture it. It was
Dog Food.
Dog Food. Yep.
Shit.
New York, big city of dreams.
New York. Shit.
Yeah.
Mine was I don't like to dream about getting paid. That's that shit.
Hell yeah.
And that boy Daz, he's a slept-on producer too.
Oh yeah, next level.
Yes. Sir.
Yeah. Just that whole era, you know what I mean, of dudes.
The golden era of hip hop.
It really was. And sometimes for me, because people say music is relative, right? Like like people that grew up in the 80s, like that was the best music because it connects to something in their life, right? They were in high school or middle school or whatever, and they were experiencing things for the first time, and that was the music that was the soundtrack to those experiences.
Absolutely.
And so that's how they connect.
Triggers memories.
Exactly. And so sometimes I ponder, is that why we call it the golden era? Because it connects with us?
Absolutely. Because
or is it really that those were the best fucking MCs? I didn't mean to cut you off, but
no, I'm thinking anyway, dog. I think it's both.
I do too.
I think it's both because the people I'm 35, so the people that's probably, I'd say anywhere from 3 to 5 years younger than me. To me, my hip-hop god, or so-called the hip-hop god of my time, was Tupac, obviously. You know what I'm saying? Not to say he was the best lyricist or anything, but he was the rapper put on a pedestal, put it that way. Tupac.
He checked all the boxes.
All the boxes. So the people younger than me, their Tupac is Lil Wayne. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Like, that's insane to me, but it's just, like you said, man, it's about the memories, whatever. I don't know.
Your connection to the music.
Yeah, dog.
Yo,
like,
when I'm a little older than you.
Yeah.
I'm 38, creeping on 39.
Yeah.
And so, but I'm right in that same era. You know what I mean? I was gonna ask you, what was your first hip hop record? Like what? I mean, like, cause there was some corny ones out there. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Like,
so the one I specifically remember owning that was my own. I was young, dude. I was probably 5, 6 or some shit. But I used to be an MC Hammer baby, dog.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Oakland in the building. You know what I'm saying? Too legit to quit. Remember, I had the MC Hammer cereal, the MC Hammer doll and shit. You could take his shoes off and shit. The Hammer pants and shit.
Yeah, he had his own pants. That was a whole wave.
Had motherfuckers cutting rat tails in the back of their hair with the lines and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, Hammer was the business.
I thought just white people were doing that.
Oh no.
Had me a rat tail.
Yeah. But we used to put the beads on it and shit. Y'all used to put the beads on it?
Man, I wasn't that cool. I wasn't that cool.
Yeah. Grow the rat tail and then put all the different colored beads on that bitch.
Oh,
you
nice.
know what I mean?
Yeah, I just look like a redneck. I just had a rat tail and a sunburn.
That's hilarious. MC Hammer, definitely. That's one of my earliest memories of hip hop.
So I had this homeboy. There had been various hip hop records that I had come across, but I had this homeboy. He was actually my older brother's friend.
Yeah.
This kid named Izzy Howes. I've actually looked him up on Facebook. Can't find him. I don't know where the fuck he's at. Maybe changed names. Might be in witness protection. Might be blowing his cover right now. But he introduced me to hip hop.
Yeah.
And it was actually his older brother that had a 2 Live Crew cassette tape.
Yes, sir.
And I remember we were sitting on the stairs at his house in fucking Sheridan, Wyoming. Mm-hmm. And I heard this fucking 2 Live Crew record, and I was like, oh my God.
They can say that?
Yeah, that's exactly what hit me. And I was like, where do I get more of this? They were like, suck my cock and I'll eat your pussy.
Yeah,
and I was like,
hardcore.
I was in 3rd grade.
Yeah,
I was like, where do I get this from? You know what I mean? I was a badass little kid, and I was just
man.
Oh, man.
Fucking, I grew up, some of my cousins, my cousin D-Man, he used to live with us. And I remember he had the Brother Lynch Hung tape, Season of the Sickness. Boy, so I'm a little dude, man. I'm probably like, dude, I don't know, man, 4th, 5th grade, spitting the Rest in Piss lyrics. You know what I'm saying? Crap, like a black cat through the Mac with a Mac 10 on my lap with a fat sack of that shit. You know what I'm saying?
No smoke.
But man, just terrible influences.
Yeah.
And then that Too Short.
Oh, bro, I'm a player.
Hearing Too Short back then, like, what the
and
fuck?
I'm playing just to play.
Oh, man.
Oh, bro, I know every word to that fucking. I used to do dumbass shit to try and get me, because back then they had the parental advisory stickers on there and shit. And so the other homies' moms would buy them the record and shit. My mom would not. She wasn't fucking with it. She was like, nope.
Because your mom had sense.
As soon as she figured out what the little symbol meant, she was like, nope, you ain't get. Every once in a while, she'd get me some shit from Walmart that was edited.
Yeah.
Half the fucking record wasn't there. It had been redacted by the CIA, and fucking words were missing. And I was just like, I can't even get a sentence out this motherfucker. They took all the words out. What is going on? That was the part I liked, all the cussing and talking about violence and shit. I was like, yes.
Man, and that violence. Another guy, dog, Spice One.
Oh, East Bay Gangsta.
Dog, and I even hate to say it, but nowadays as I'm older and more mature, when I go back and listen to some of that Spice One shit that we used to love, man, dog, some of that shit's cringeworthy, dog.
Bro, some of the shit the details he goes into when he's talking to, like, on the Menace to Society soundtrack and shit.
Man, I'm like, dog, you really hate black people. You really hate your own kind, dog.
He was painting a picture.
That motherfucker was exterminating our own race.
Yeah. He was talented with the pen when he wanted to say something. That's for damn sure.
It was just crazy, some of the shit we was listening to back then, like all that super gangster rap. Like, fuck.
Yeah. Oh, and in the 90s, that shit was, I mean, it wasn't acceptable, but it was like, that was the thing. You know what I mean?
That was definitely the thing.
Yeah, especially on the West Coast.
Oh,
like,
man.
them motherfuckers, Crips and Bloods were at it. That was the thing.
Yeah, dog. I used to love a group called, I still do, talking about used to, shit. You familiar with the Relatives?
I might have slept on that one.
Yeah, they some fucking gangster shit.
Off the West Coast?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Think they some Inglewood cats, you know what I'm saying?
Inglewood?
I got on them through the later Death Row era, you know what I'm saying, after the Pac and Dre and all that shit, you know.
Oh.
So, yeah. Man, there's a lot of shit out there, man.
Yeah, without a doubt.
How'd you feel about that old Twister?
Oh, bro. Yeah, I mean, he paved the way for the Midwest. I mean, shit. Listening to it in the beginning, you're like, what the fuck did he say? I got to rewind this shit 4 times just to try and hear the verse.
He's a bad motherfucker, dog.
He is. Well, and then Tech 9 and that, I mean, not to keep circling back around to Tech, but they both put in that work. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they both might be in my top 5 too. I know.
Without a doubt.
Yeah, they gotta be, dog.
Yeah, I think. Well, and I think my personal connection to Tech after meeting him and getting to kick it with him so many times, it causes me to have a little bit of a bias. I gravitate towards him more because on a friend level, you know what I mean. I connect with him, but at the same time, like, he's just a talented motherfucker, and he's humble as could be, and easy to talk to, and I mean, there's so much to say about the man.
I met him probably like 4 or 5 times, you know what I'm saying? I got 4 or 5 pictures with him, a couple autograph pictures and shit. That nigga probably don't recognize me or no shit. Matter of fact, I know he don't. I ain't gonna say that. I don't know shit. But
man, he remembers.
Yeah,
he
that
really
motherfucker
does.
probably do. If I come up with all my cowboy shit on, he'll probably be like, yeah.
Ain't you the dude from Des Moines? Bro,
For real.
We were on tour with him. Yeah, he does special shit, bro. Like, he does remember people, and he goes out of his way for people. And like, we were on tour with him back in the day, and we were in Rapid City, South Dakota, and he gave me a shout out on stage in front of everybody and was like, "My homeboy, that motherfucker Steve," and on the mic, and I'm like, I mean, he's a special dude. You know what I mean? He's built different.
Yeah.
And that's the new thing. All the little homies are saying, I'm built different. Yeah. That motherfucker's built different.
He seemed like he got a big heart. You know
he does.
What I'm saying? He seemed like it.
And he keeps going back to KC and trying to bring up new talent and put him up on game.
And that's that type of shit that's unfuckwittable.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's that shit that
it's respectable.
For real, man. Because you got a lot of people, like for Iowa, for an example. You got some people that has made it out of the motherfucking crab bucket, but a lot of the people on the scene complain about, you know what I'm saying, the people that made it out not coming back to pull people out.
Sure.
Know, whatever. So to hear that, you know, to me that's dope. You know, that Tech,
I agree wholeheartedly.
Tech goes back to his hometown and, you know, give motherfuckers a shot.
Yep.
Not to say nobody in Des Moines hasn't given nobody a shot. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that because I don't know what the fuck them niggas have done for other people, but that's just what people talk about and the shit I hear.
Right. But yeah. So I think we're cutting it a little close. My man Josh with the stopwatch back there. We got 10 minutes left. 10 minutes left. We got to tighten it up on the clock.
10 minutes.
Yeah, we're sitting pretty good.
So let's get into Missouri. How you feel about Missouri going rec?
You know, I like it. I think the cannabis industry has done so many things after watching the whole Charlotte's Web story about the little girl that had she had a seizure disorder, and they were able to use the CBD to calm her seizures from her having like, I think she had like 100 seizures a day or something ridiculous like that, to having like one every 3 months. And I might be fucking up these numbers a little bit, but
yeah, that's crazy numbers.
Yeah, I mean to ignore something that can take away somebody's pain like that is ridiculous.
It is.
And you can make the comparison to alcohol or whatever else, but I don't think when we prohibit something and make it illegal and put it on a list and whatnot, it doesn't change anything. Everybody knows there's a black market for something. You can go down the avenues if you want to find a gun, drugs.
Bottom line, motherfuckers gonna take that risk for what they want.
Exactly, without a doubt. Be it gambling, I mean, whatever it is, people will find a way, and somebody will provide that service to get it to you. You know what I mean? And so, really, we're just hindering ourselves as a country and as a culture in the country by going, well, it's cool in this state, but don't cross the border because you can't have it over here. I mean, the ideas behind that are so primitive in my mind.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Man, I agree with everything that you said. All I know is my next vacation might be Missouri.
Go down to Kansas City.
You know what I'm saying? The barbecue's going to taste a lot better. I know that, you know? Shit.
Well, and in the same instance, like, just because it's out there doesn't mean you got to do it. And a lot of the times, when they...
It depends who you're talking to, Steve. It depends who you're talking to, okay? Because if it's out there, I got to do it. I got to do it.
A lot of the times they say when it's out there, it doesn't have the whole stigmatism behind it, and people are more knowledgeable about it.
Yeah.
And they go,
yeah, when you take away the stigmatism, and you know what I'm saying, and it's just out there and doing its own natural thing, it's not on a pedestal no more.
Right.
Shit.
You can go into any grocery store in the country and buy a pack of cigarettes, but how many people fucking smoke anymore? There's a lot of people that gave that shit up.
Shit, man, that's $15 a pack.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I think Missouri's moving in the right direction. I feel like there was somebody else that recently moved, Maryland, I want to say, or somebody. Okay. New York moved that way as well. New York went full recreational. Matter of fact, I just read an article. Last little hip hop tidbit: Styles P and Jadakiss are bringing back 420 hip hop in New York, and they're going to start doing bongs and bars, is what they were going to call it. And it was basically like teaming up bars and like cannabis dispensaries and like shows and I think that they want to.
That's so beautiful.
They want to just link it back up, and you know what I mean. You'd be able to get stoned and go in and listen to some dope hip hop and watch a live performance.
Man, they need cannabis consumption lounges.
Colorado doesn't even have that yet, I don't think.
Vegas has one.
Do they?
Vegas has one, but like you got all these tourists coming. All these tourists are flocking to these places to smoke dope legally, but then you got the hotels talk about you can't get high here. I'm
right,
like, man, what the fuck are we doing? Like,
yeah, you can drink all the liquor you want, but and you can smoke cigarettes in there. That's like one of the places.
Like what?
Yeah, but all of a sudden you can't smoke this one.
Yeah, we'll sell it to you, but you know what I'm saying. You got to pay a $250 smoking fee or some bullshit.
Go hide in the closet and smoke it somewhere.
Yeah, like motherfucker, I came all this way, bought all this weed, and you telling me I can't smoke it in this room that I paid for? Like,
right.
So now you got me walking up and down the street smoking 50 joints, and I will do that. You know what I'm saying? Because we're gonna smoke. That's just gonna happen. So
right.
Like we need places that we can smoke weed. Like we need a motherfucking be able to go to a bar that got a live DJ, that got motherfucking food trucks outside or a kitchen open. You can come up in there, break down your weed, just roll up, get blazed, and just have a good time. Like,
logic.
Like what the fuck?
Let's apply a little logic to the situation.
That's a fucking $1 zillion business, dog.
Amen. Think about how many pizzas you could sell.
Man, $1 zillion business.
Hey, on that note, we're gonna shut this episode down. And we're gonna leave you a little something to think about. What are your thoughts on the cannabis industry? Where are you at? Where are you at locally? How you feel about it? And where do you think?
Shit, man. Hey, get high, man. Use papers. Don't use motherfucking blunt wraps.
Amen.
Say no to tobacco.
All right, yo. It's your boy, that motherfucker Steve.
Big Ray West, 2 G's, repping the west side of Des Moines, not to be confused with the coast.
And we got to throw a big shout out to the homie Josh, the producer for the night.
Hey, I like Josh, man. Josh got flavor, man.
And, yeah, we appreciate you listening. Make sure you hit that thumbs up, support us, and we're going to keep giving you dope content. So until then, we'll see you next week. It's your boy, that motherfucker Steve, Ray West, EmceeTV The Podcast. We out.
Yes, sir.
We've been known to snatch a piece or two. Y'all can't take over cause we gon' eat the you. Rock steady like a ginger brought Aretha through. This shit torture and I'ma keep feeding you. On that East Coast shit, y'all better duck down. Price on his dome, 5 on it like yuck mouth. When the plug get knocked, that's when the price jump. American Nightmare, that's where the Spice won. Rappers running like Ricky in the alleyway. Putting an end to the week, no Saturday. They want static, get it shaking like Cassius Clay. Passionate thugs mixing Douce with Alizé.
Don't play with us, them moves ain't got you safe enough. Yelling fuck 'em like Smokey off the Angel Dust. My life so real, sounds like I made it up. Been up so long, I don't remember waking up. Dangerous, sharper than a razor's touch. We hit that script and get the caking up. God hate ugly, so ain't no saving us. Been up so long, I don't remember waking up.